Hello and welcome to our video presentation of our 2007 Porsche 997 911 Turbo. Immaculate example, finished in cobalt blue. Only 36,000 miles, which puts this in the lower mileage bracket for these cars. Bear in mind they're a very usable 911, and as such there's plenty out there with high mileage. And they feature that wonderful Metzger engine, which suffers from none of the typical 997 issues. These are actually a very, very good proposition, and they're very good news, and the values are going up, particularly if you can find something at this level of quality. So no significant cosmetic issues on this car to report whatsoever. The front end, for example, is exceptionally clean and stone chip free. There's a handful of very, very minor chips, enough to make it honest, but nothing that would warrant repaint. It's a super clean, straight, original looking car. Very, very clean. We've checked all the seams, seals, etc. I can't see that it's had any paint, to be honest. It's clearly had some sort of Autologix Life Shine protection, according to that. Same story continues with the alloys. They're all original and excellent, as are the brakes, calipers and tyres. They're Pirelli N rated with a healthy amount of tread, somewhere in the region of 5 to 6 mil all round. Very, very straight down the near side. Again, all original stone chip guards, etc. in place. And these vulnerable areas that are normally quite sort of heavily chipped are absolutely stone chip free on this car. Show that near side rear wheel there. Again, feeling the tyre, that's excellent. Brakes are all good. I think this recently had disc and pads actually, and I'll confirm that in the advert description. It's a very, very good car with a good history. Evidently previously supplied by Cridfords, who are a good Porsche specialist, been around forever. Which is reassuring to know. But yeah, it looks absolutely superb, and this is almost a standout colour on this car now, because there's a whole host of them in silver and black, but this looks really, really good in this particular colour. Just looking at the mirror backs, for example, there's barely any chips to report, but again, it does look fairly original. So great opportunity. Moving on to the interior, the story continues. Immaculate condition, no significant wear on the seat bolster and seat base, for example, where you get in and out. These were built to a very, very high standard, these 997s. And I must say, we think they're really good because it's quite a small and almost feels quite lightweight, but obviously huge amount of power. I've actually incorrectly noted the mileage at 36 at the start of this video. It's 32. So consider that a bonus. As stated, really good history with it. We've got invoices outlining thousands of pounds worth of maintenance, keeping it mechanically as good as it looks cosmetically. So nothing to worry about on this car. Alcantara headlining, sunroof car, all original stickers, etc. in place. Very, very clean. Even that kick plate, for example, is immaculate. Original overmats, just looks superb. Tiptronic gearbox, sports chrono package, Bose stereo, as well as some other extras again, which I'll outline on the advert description. So Tiptronic versus manual then. Obviously there's a saving financially going for a Tiptronic. There is the fact that it safeguards the engine from being over revved. And there's the fact that you don't need to worry about clutch replacement. So pros and cons really. Obviously, we understand some people would prefer a manual, but trust me when I say the power that this car delivers is managed very, very well through a Tiptronic gearbox, and that's why most of them are Tiptronic. It was the popular option to go for that reason. The manuals now, we find some don't drive brilliantly, because obviously the stress that it's put on the gearbox, the opportunity to over rev, and also the fact that if you're driving spiritedly and miss a gear, it can obviously wear synchros and things like that. These Tiptronic cars are very, very robust and well suited to this turbocharged engine. So we're a massive fan of the Tiptronic in the turbo for those reasons. Again, condition, just looking at that passenger kick plate, it looks barely used, to be honest. This is literally, dare I say it, almost time warp condition. There's nothing that signifies misuse or wear anywhere. It still smells new inside. So very, very nice car all in all. Spec includes heated seats as well. So beautifully spec'd, finished, presented, good history. I'll outline the dates and mileages, or the mileages I should say, that the car's been serviced. But for the mileage, it's been very, very well maintained, this car. And as we've stated previously, supplied by a good specialist. The plate's not included. It will go onto its age-related plate in due course. The car's only just arrived with us, so please bear with us and we'll get that updated in due course. But 997 turbos for us, we don't get them as often as we would like. The reason being, there's so many out there that have got underlying problems. They're not obviously a car we'd want to buy into stock and resell, potentially tarnishing our reputation. This is an absolute gem. We've only had 2 or 3 this year for that reason. You must remember that these cars at one point dipped in value, and at that point some got into the wrong hands and sort of weren't really maintained properly. But this is not the case with this particular car. It would suit any enthusiast or someone seeking a very clean, low mileage example, as we all are. Yes, there's cheaper cars out there with double the mileage, but you can't really put a price on unwinding that mileage and the condition at the same time to get something like this. I think if someone's looking to invest in one of these, this is a very good proposition. And on that note, there's no two ways about it, values will go up. So to get a good one to start with not only gives a very pleasurable ownership experience, but you've got that back knowledge that at some point when you come to move this car on, it's always going to be a lot lower mileage and sharper than most of the others. And at the same time, we're not asking £70,000. This car's priced to sell. It's a great opportunity, and we're happy to talk to any serious buyer about it. We've been selling Porsche and Ferrari for over 22 years now. 997s have been probably our top seller in the 911 category during that period. So please buy with confidence. We do know what we're talking about with these cars. Without sounding arrogant, it is a car that we understand very, very well, and we're really pleased to have this one in stock. It's a great opportunity. So let us know your requirements. We can offer part exchange. This is a car we own outright. It's not for sale on behalf of a customer or, you know, got some backstory attached. We own this car, and as such we can also offer finance. We've got a brilliant broker who can tailor a deal, and we are now trusted by a lot of the mainstream lenders as being a specialist for these cars, and as such we can get a deal put together with a residual value, for example, giving a low monthly payment. Just let us know how you want to fund it if you want to go down that route, and we'll be delighted to help. We can offer nationwide delivery as well, so if that's something you want to take advantage of, let us know. But ultimately, the car's with us, it's physical, it's available, and it's absolutely beautiful. I can't stress enough how these vary in condition. Yes, they were a well-built car, but obviously everyone's expectations at this age are different. We see a car as being immaculate, whereas some people may say it's as new. There is a difference. And on the same token, there's a lot of people selling these cars claiming them to be excellent or immaculate, and we look at them and see them as average or below. But this is a very, very good 997 turbo, and we look forward to hearing from you with your inquiries. Thanks for watching.